go into more details about my motel room. I worked at McDonald's 30 days and I got tossed out for not wanting to work. I made some videos. Now my channel's changed. The name has a space or no space in it because I left two phones behind and magically I can't get into my Gmail account at www.tigermilwy@gmail.com. I ain't afraid of the water, and I think my cats would like the water. They like water. They don't get in the water, but they like to look and hear the water. I have two cats. We got new management coming into this place that I'm at now. The guys let me stay in the place for nothing. A lady sent me $1,100 and went to church, and the owner of the motel has a church and a ranch and a place, and the guy at the liquor store has a housing market and stuff in Chatter, Nebraska. I got a clean cut. I didn't do no drugs or nothing. I had a package coming in the mail, and the manager of the motel says, "Hey, you got mail." I said, "Well, let me have my mail." He goes, "Well, we have an app to see what's going to come to the motel." And I knew that was bullshit. They had gotten a package from Colorado, and all the dopes in Colorado in my country, and now I'm living in Nebraska, which isn't that far off, you know what I mean? And it's like, we got to see if he's dealing drugs because we got to make sure that he doesn't take any of our sales during this money crisis. So anyways, and you know what? I'm hip to the game, you know what I mean? And I stayed clean cut. I didn't smoke no weed or do any drugs for over almost 90 days in Chattering. I was there actually 10 weeks. I had a 1996 Dodge Caravan. I met an Indian fellow at work at McDonald's. I went over to his house, drove my car home late at night. They're out there next morning, and the manager's out there from the motel says, "The police are out here looking at your car last night." And woke me up out of bed, man, looking for a car like yours. What the hell problem is that of mine? So now my car's being watched. My mail's being watched. And I was told I eat a lot of canned goods, so they were snooping in my trash. It's called privacy invasion. The liquor store I was working at next door, everybody acted like they didn't know each other. I gave the girl in the store that runs the store my YouTube channel trying to get her to hire my ass. Because she was talking about Bill Gates and stuff, you know. Next thing you know, the manager of the motel gets my YouTube channel and judged me and threw me out of the motel for it. With the police, the lieutenant, talking about I have mental problems and I'm a drug addict in my country. Now, whose fucking job is to see if there's no drugs around? It's just to protect and serve right on the side of the police car. My country's all full of corruption. From the Democrats, the deep state, the left, the right, the center, the police on the street. You know, women are getting clubbed over here, man. Kids are getting pushed around. People are being tackled, running on the beach. Guy opens up a bar in Odessa, Texas. A lady did, actually. You know, she was hauled off. They were going to have a protest, and she has property behind the place, and they were going to display their guns. And they were allowed to do that, but not at the business. And next thing you know, they roll up with a big old riot tank and stuff. I'm not sure what the vehicle's called, but it's on James Munder's channel on YouTube. Let's tell the homeless Canadian prepper our sources, and they work together, man. It's ain't about the money. You know, the Bible does have a lot of altered testimony in it, and but they're proud of it to have God on this reptilian money. And God we trust. No, it doesn't say the Holy Father Jesus Christ on the money. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, they're proud of it. It also makes a statement in the Bible: the beast in flesh. That's the aliens within the human race. Feasting together on babies like China. And their synagogues, the White House, the Washington Monument, all that shit. You know, it's not the Satanism. Like the Roman Empire has that same spear of the thing sticking up out of it. You know, we conquered you. And with their marketplaces. Now, you know what? Warren Buffett has sold the airline stuff, and I thought he owned all the railroad in my country. Richard from Boston, another source of mine. He has some. I have it on my old channel, Airborne AIDS 2030, where I can't get into my Gmail now. So I have the phone behind. They keep trying to sign into it. It says you've had too many login attempts. So they're sitting there screwing with my phone. They were in my car, or they weren't in my car. They were watching my car. They're watching my trash. They're watching my mail. Every time I go to work for 1 hour a week, they're in my room digging around. So I was forced to move. And the lady that helped me, that I really want to make her proud of me, is pissed off at me because she's siding with the police and stuff because they know she has money, and she get my cat. Okay. I got two cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been to Seattle. That's how I found Tiger. I found him right here in Spearfish, South Dakota, under a bridge when he was a little guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's a real cool cat, you know. And I got him a buddy, you know, a girl, because you ain't allowed to have no women. You know, you can't do that. All these college towns and stuff is full of Nazism. And the kids, you know, they're out there working and stuff, and daddy's paying the rent and phone bill and all their shit, so the cops are out there like this. Hey, man, you know, can I fuck around with my wife? You know what I mean? Come on. So anyways, you know what I mean? My country's full of animals, man. You know what I'm saying? It's ran by animals. And it doesn't look too great to me, again, and all this shit. And I'm surprised, yeah, you know what, the airlines is going to take a shit. You bet it will. And there's going to be some climate change, and that's coming. And they're trying to get them diamonds out in Antarctica, and the gold in Venezuela, There's some of our soldiers from the United States that have been seized down there in Venezuela, man. We're also having Yellowstone screw up again, and that didn't happen. Only time that happened was a couple years ago when the Nebra Star went by. 134 earthquakes in the month of April or something like that. Lewis on the Grand Supreme News, GS News, has that up there. And Richie from Boston, RFB 1 and 2, Florida Marquise, Dabu 7, and James Munder. Steve Bannoun on Israeli News Live with his wife, Yana Bannoun. He's very deep into testimony. And you know what? Whether they know or not, he's proved that testimony's been altered through this Talmud stuff. Talk about beheading Christians. The killer hornets are wherever you are. Now, there's a guy out there, oh gosh, what was his? I don't subscribe to him. I heard about him today. The Coyote something. Lewis said something about that today on his channel. Saying it takes 20 stings to get to those are from China, you bet. They've taken the insects and steroid them, kind of like all these baseball players and shit. And now the hornet's twice as big, and it wipes out honeybees. It'll behead the honeybee, take the carcass back to feed its young. Now, that's... So we're going to run out of honey now. And we have people on Lewis's channels like, hey, man, we need to reset 2020. No, shit. There's no button for that. One guy says we need a factory data reset on 2020, like they're messing with their phone, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, it's been a rough year on me. I had to get rid of my car, and I locked myself down in Chatter. And the more I stayed locked down, the more they want to slave the people, the aliens do, to deceive the Holy Father. And that's obvious, man. They want to make slaves out of the people. You know what I mean? I got a new manager coming in this place. I'm going to try working for him, and I'm going to buy another car and get to Seattle. And we get out of that car and get a boat. What needs one of those cars that float on the water, dude? You know what I'm saying? Just cruise over to, take a little... It's not that far between Canada and Vancouver Island. I saw that. I remember when Charlie Sheen went to Toronto. That was in the middle of Canada. I've always wanted to go to Canada. I know there's lots of blackberries. There's lots of apples, You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about money, women, drugs, and shit. You know what I mean? It used to be easy in my country to do that shit. And now with all this perplexity, people don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? And nobody wants to be truthful and admit the fact that the money has died. It's dead. Our money in the United States is toast. $6 trillion to keep the unfailed... Oh, Christopher Green from AMTV, Alternative Media Television, with Chad Booksam and Christopher Green. Talk about the Bitcoin and stuff. He shows mouth about that. Jeff Bezos and all these elites and billionaires in my country, and you can make $9 an hour. You gotta see Amazon with all the robots and shit. It's crazy. Ford uses all that shit. Tesla. They want to get rid of the people. You know what I'm saying? It's an AI world coming. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather just die and go meet the Holy Father and be judged, man. You know what I mean? I don't think I'd worship any Satanism or ate babies and shit in my life. And I've always tried hard. I've always been judged by people that couldn't do shit to me, but tried to back me in a corner with some bullshit that they don't have any evidence or proof about that. I got 2 channels, this one and the other one. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for the homeless Canadian prepper. You know what I'm saying? That's, what, man, it'd be nice to sit back and smoke some weed. You can't get weed in this country no more. I've been in 2 states in the last 90 days. That's it. 3, actually.